Hi girls. Today I'm going to discuss about the concept and model for network security. I already explained the basic concepts of the model for network security in my previous video. This is the continuation of that video, a model for network security. Okay. So in my last class I discussed about these concepts, how to design the general model. It has a 4 security services to design a particular model, design an algorithm, generate the secret information, and then develop methods for distribution and sharing of secret information, and then specify the protocol. Both the sender and the receiver agree a protocol, agree a common protocol between both of us. Okay. Now I'm going to explain the remaining concepts of security model. What are the remaining concept here is network access security model. Access means if you want to read the data, if you want to access any information from a device, or all called the network access means what that you get information from someone. Okay. Here you can see this is the information system. The information system has a data, processes, software, and security controls all are there. There is a gatekeeper here. This is the gatekeeper function. If any opponent means a legal user or illegal user, any of them want to access the information system. Okay, in networks, whoever will access informations from the internet. Okay. In this information system, it have lot of informations with security controls. The gatekeeper function is one of the security controls here. This opponent may be either legal person or illegal person. Here, in this example, here we are going to see about the illegal users. Illegal users means unwantedly access the resources, trying to unwantedly access the resources. Okay. So the opponent may be here in two types. The one is human, the second one is the software. Okay, keep it in mind. Here the unwanted users are, first one, it may be a human, that is a hacker. The second one is a software, that is it is in the means of virus or worms. Okay. If the opponent send the request message to request the information from the information center by means of an access channel. Okay. The request come through the access channel to the gatekeeper. Here the gatekeeper check the request whether it come from the legal person or illegal person by means of password, username, password, or security codes or anything else. He checks the informations. If the informations are correct, if for example if you access your Gmail account, it asks your username and password. If the username and password will match, then only the Gmail account will be open for you to access your mails. Okay. If some other person want to access your uh, mail, suppose if they steal your password or username, or if your friend or your parents know about your username and password, then they will access the information. Okay. So the gatekeeper function here is to check whether the request from the access channel or legal or illegal, otherwise called authorized or unauthorized. If you give the username and password in a correct manner, it will enter into the information system and you can access the informations from the information system. Okay. So this is a model of the network security model. Here in my next slide I'm going to explain about the concept of the opponent. What is the hacker, and the software. In terms of software, it is what is meant by virus and what is called worms. Okay. So in network security access model, this is a general model illustrated in the picture I show you before, which reflects a concern for protecting an information system from unwanted access. Okay, the main concept of this network access security model is protecting the secret information from the unwanted access. Okay, most readers are familiar with the concerns caused by the existence of hackers. All of you knew about the word hackers, hacking. You are also heard this word in news channels also. They hack the information, they hack the Google server, they block the server, and all the things you are all knew about it. The word hacking. Who attempt to penetrate the hackers means who attempt to penetrate systems that can be accessed over internet, over a network. Okay. Here the unwanted access was categorized into two types. The first one is the human, that is a hacker or intruder. Here we mentioned hacker only. The second one is the software. The software may be a virus or worms. Okay. So then the main purpose of the network access security model is protecting the secret information from the unwanted access. The unwanted access are categorized into two types. The first one is the human in the form of hacking or hacker. The second one is the software, that is in the form of virus and worms. So here I'm going to tell you about what is hackers and what is the software in the sense of virus and worms. So the first one is the hacker. The hacker can be someone may be a people, that is an unauthorized people or an illegal people. They want to try to steal your information that will create major problems in your concerns. The hacker can be someone who with no malign intent simply gets satisfaction from breaking and entering a computer system. Okay. There is a difference between the hacker and the intruder. The intruder can be a disgruntled employee who wishes to damage, or a criminal who seeks to exploit computer assets for the financial gain. Okay. Here you can see the differences. Hacker can be a someone he just want to breaking the information or entering in the computer system to steal the informations. But the intruder is very harmful person. He is also a person. He is an employee or illegally wishes to damage, or a criminal who seeks to exploit the computer assets from the financial gain. Okay, hacker by means of hacking, it will be a little damages only occur. But if the intruders want to if the intruders do something, it will damage major problems, or the intruders may be also a criminals who seek to exploit computer assets for financial gain. Okay, example, obtaining credit card numbers or performing illegal money transfer, etc. For example, the intruder maybe in day-to-day life, we are all saw in many news channels that obtaining a credit card numbers and obtaining the OTP from the customers by calling this real call from bank, tell your OTP number. If the customer tell the OTP number, the intruder easily withdraw the amount from the bank, and they will withdraw all the amount from the bank. Okay, so obtaining credit card numbers or performing illegal money transfer, these are all done only by the intruder. Okay, the second one is the software. This is the software, means it's a program. It is an unwanted program. It plays in the computer hard disk or a pen drive or floppy disk, so like that. Okay, another type of unwanted access is software placement in a computer system of logic that exploits vulnerabilities in the system and that can affect application programs as well as utility programs such as editors and compilers. Okay, now for example, if you are running a company, you have all the data in your servers and in computers. If someone want to distract all things, simply they will send the virus to your systems. It will totally damage your programs and you can't able to recover that informations, and these are all done by the software. Okay, this can be divided into two types. Programs can present two kinds of threats: information access threat, second one is the service threats. The information access threat means they want to modify your data, they want to modify important data that you have. Okay, intercept or modify data on behalf of users who should not have access to the data. This means information access threat means he is not an authorized person, but they want to modify the data on behalf of the user who should not have access to that data. Okay, The second one is the service threats. Service threat means exploit service flaws in computers to inhibit use by legitimate users. Okay. Here are some examples of the software attacks. I already said software attack means it's a small program that was inserted into your hard disk by means of the mail or messages, anything else. If you open that message, it will damage your hard disk. It will damage, sometimes it will damage a whole hard disk, or sometimes it may be damage the little part of your hard disk, like that. It may be any way it will affect your computer systems. Okay. So the software attacks are categorized into the two types. The first one is the viruses, the second one is the worm. Such an attack can be introduced into a system by means of the disk that contains the unwanted logic concealed in otherwise useful software. They can also be inserted into the system across a network. This latter mechanism is of more concern in network security. The security mechanisms needed to cope up with unwanted access fall into two broad categories. The first category might be a gatekeeper function. You saw in the picture I shown you before. It includes password-based login procedures that are designed to deny access to all but authorized users, and screening logic that is designed to detect and reject worms, viruses, and other similar attacks. For example, the first category is like the gatekeeper function. The gatekeeper, I saw your image here. This is a gatekeeper function. This is like a login-based function. If you are an authorized person, it will let you in. If you are not an authorized person, it will just reject you are not a authorized person to access this account, like that. So this is called the first category. The second one is called either an unwanted user or unwanted software. Maybe any one of unwanted user or unwanted software gain access. The second line of the defense consists of a variety of internal controls that monitor activity and analyze stored information in an attempt to detect the presence of unwanted intruders. For example, if you have a laptop, you will have a K7 virus, antivirus software, or a firewalls. If you have put a firewall in your system or laptop, it will check the outsiders when entered into the laptop. It will check whether it is authorized one. If it is an authorized one, it will let it in. Otherwise, it was if they don't let them in. Okay, here this is the difference between the virus and the worm. Here, first on the virus, a virus is a piece of code that attaches itself to legitimate program. Worm is a malicious program that spread automatically. For example, virus comes through email. If you open that mail, it will affect that particular document only. But the worms are not like that. It's a malicious program. It's spread automatically into your hard disk. It will damage the entire hard disk. Okay. Virus modifies the code. Worm does not modify the code. Virus does not replicate itself, but worm replicates itself. So it is very malicious program. So that only it's called worm is a malicious program, because it was replicate itself. It will erase all the important informations from the hard disk. Virus is a destructive in nature. Worm is non-destructive in nature. Aims of virus is to infect the code or program stored on the computer system. Aim of the worm is to make computer or network unusable. Okay, this is the important point here. Aim of the worm is to make the computer or network unusable. This is only just to change a small part of the code in the computer system. A virus can infect other files. Worm does not infect other files, but it occupies memory space replication. A virus may need a trigger for execution. Worm does not need any trigger for execution. Here in the conclusion, a worm is very malicious program. It spread automatically. Worms replicate itself. It will fully damage the computer system. Okay, but virus is a piece of code. It does not modify the code. It just deletes simply. If you viruses come by means of a mail attached to you, if you open that mail, it will affect a particular part of your hard disk or some codes and like that. Okay, so this is the concept of the network security model. So here the hackers means a human, software means software. By using software also, you can steal informations, that is worms and viruses. Hackers means a human that want to access your data. So you have to, the main theme of this is you have to protect your information from the unwanted access. Thank you guys.